So this is something important that I wanted to share with you guys pretty quickly. Boeing released the outlook for the next 20 years, and this is something that they do every year. Now, this guidance would often change based on economic conditions and the worldwide, environmental situations that are developing. It is something that a lot of aspiring pilots do look out for, especially if you are yet to decide if this is a career you should pursue or not. If you're new on my channel, my name is Steven, and on this channel I talk about aviation and how you can get to achieve your goal as an aspiring pilot, or even if you're a current pilot. The point here is I try to share this information with you so that you can have the facts and have to use that information to decide on how you want to go about pursuing becoming a pilot. Boeing forecasts demand for 2.3 million new commercial pilots, technicians, and cabin crew in the next 20 years. And according to the data, it says there will be a need for about 649,000 pilots. There will be a need for about 690,000 maintenance technicians, and there will be a need for around 908,000 cabin crew members. Now, there's a breakdown of these numbers based on region: Africa, China, Australia, South Asia, and so forth. And actually, I'll leave a picture up so that you can look at it yourself. Now, this number is kind of mind-blowing if you think about it, because just in North America, it's projected that there will be a need for around 127,000 new pilots. And these numbers are based on new data, right? New pilots, new technicians, and new cabin crew members. So it's not current numbers plus an estimate of, whatever number for new pilots. Now, this is new pilots in total will be needed. In North America alone is around 127,000. Another value that is quite high out there is Eurasia, which I think is combining Euro and Asia region. And it shows around 143,000 new pilots will be needed based on that region. Now, these numbers seem like a lot, but how does that benefit you? And why am I sharing it? This is something that I see on some comments that I get on my channel, that people would say, oh, it's too expensive, or, oh, you may never get a job at the end of it. What if a recession happens? The truth is, these recessions would happen. These are things that happen to any economy, no matter how strong it is. There'll be a time when things will just, go downhill. And then there's a recovery phase where things just turn around and things are booming again. And as we know, the airlines are hiring like crazy right now. That if you're a pilot, there's no reason why you won't have a job currently, because there's just so much demand for pilots. And if there'll be a need for 127,000 pilots, new pilots in the North America region alone, that is just mind blowing, especially if you're in this region. In Africa, where I was born, there'll be a need for around 21,000 pilots. If you are still trying to decide if you should pursue this as a career, I'm sharing this information with you because this is something that would help to reinforce that you are on the right track by thinking about a career in this field. And this is a field where there's continually going to be need for pilots, cabin crew members, and technicians. And this is something to also let you guys know that you just don't have to become a pilot. There are other fields in the world of aviation. Now, remember, these are just the pilot, technicians, and cabin crew members. But you can also be an engineer. You can also be someone in the management field. So there's so many opportunities in the world of aviation. Because I remember this as a student pilot myself in 2010 when I was studying this. I remember seeing some of these numbers and I was like, probably that won't be true. And that was really because of my experience of 2008. If you remember, back in 2008, due to the global economic crisis, the aviation world wasn't the best place to be in. But I, took the leap of faith to follow my dreams, right? But here I am now. But guess what? We've gone through a lot of economic downturns between that time and now. I mean, the most recent one has been the pandemic. So the point here is there will be situations in the economy that will discourage a lot of people. But if truly this is something that you are passionate about, then there shouldn't be any reason not to go after it. After all, it's a dream of yours, and nothing beats achieving a dream, right? Something that you would feel so much passion, something you have so much passion for, something you that will give you a lot of fulfillment, is worth going after. All right, something that you would always want to do, something that you have always dreamt of achieving. This information here has just given you that nudge that you need, that this is the right thing to pursue, because there will be need for pilots. We know that they are working on unmanned airplanes and autonomous flying and all this stuff, but that will take a couple of years, I mean decades, not even years, decades, before it becomes fully implemented on all these airplanes. So that's not something that I would be concerned about at this moment. I hope that you found value in this one. I just wanted to share with you. If you have, please don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. And of course, check my next video out, as I know that it will benefit you if you're trying to become a pilot.